In this episode, Ray and Tom travel through the Maniatoto plains to the Katiki lighthouse at Moeraki. They shoot a photography tutorial about exposure blending, and then they drive through Dunedin to Clair Beach, where they shoot black and white abstracts. On this bluebird afternoon, we departed St. Bathans in the campervan, driving across the vast Maniatoto. It was a winter wonderland, cloaked in white. Absolutely beautiful. We climbed through the mountains over a low pass towards the east coast of the South Island. This is known locally as the Pig Route. Well, we made it to the Moeraki lighthouse. Now, in the Māori language, it means sleepy skies. At the moment, the sky looks quite dark, like it might be raining. In fact, it is just raining over there. So we've got lovely diffused light here. Now, I could go over to the lighthouse and shoot close-up shots just to record the lighthouse. I've done that before. The access isn't that great. I would like to actually put the lighthouse as my main focal point and put it in context in the wider environment, which is farmland. Okay, so the idea is that we've got this nice shot here, shot in the golden hour, just on aperture priority, and then we're going to blend that with a shot from the blue hour later with the lighthouse and the car lights and a long exposure. Let's see how that looks. Now let's talk composition. I'm using the rule of thirds. I've placed the horizon line where the Pacific Ocean meets the rainbow and the clouds over there. I want the foreground to be the main thing. So that takes 2/3 of the shot. Also, I've put the lighthouse, which is my main focal point, on the top left junction of the 3x3 grid. This winding road provides a lovely lead-in line off to the right and back to the left to the focal point, the lighthouse.
As does the fence post over here on the right. So it's really good to choose one focal point for the shot.
Okay, let's keep shooting. So we're going to start firing off some blue hour shots on bulb mode. So we're switching our dial to bulb and using the shutter release to fire off long exposures. Okay, let's get to work. This is my composite image created in Adobe Photoshop. It's a single golden hour shot fused with 6 photos of car lights recorded during the blue hour. The following day, we rose at Sparrow's Fart. Tom wanted to photograph the famous Moeraki boulders, and I needed a bit more video footage. Good morning, Ray here. We're at Moeraki Holiday Park again, and we've just been out shooting the Moeraki boulders at dawn. We slept in a bit, so it was a bit of a rush, but we got out there and there's some seagulls and some more Chinese tourists, and we got our cameras out and we were shooting lots of things. And now we're just going to head south down the coast to the big city of Dunedin. There's a couple of places I'd like to scout for future photography expeditions. So we're going to jump in our Brits campervan and head down there while the sun's still shining. Let's go. At New Zealand's version of Edinburgh, we headed for the beach, where the local shutterbugs go. Well, we made it to Dunedin, and this is Clair Beach. Tom and I are going to walk along the beach and look for the old derelict pier to photograph. So let's do it. After about 10 minutes walk along the sand, we found what we were looking for. It was tricky to keep our tripod still while buffeted by the waves. I converted some images to black and white abstract, which is another step away from reality. This is really fine art photography, interpreting the shapes, tones, and textures of the seascape. If you'd like to explore Ray's full photography course, click the yellow button, or watch the next episode, where Ray and Tom make a dawn pilgrimage to shoot jaw-dropping seascapes at Tunnel Beach. And on the final day of their road trip, Ray joins the surfies and fishermen on the popular pier at New Brighton.